everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the NFC Championship game on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Arizona Cardinals. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Arizona Cardinals. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? What? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Allen. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. And let's look now at the offensive starters for the Cardinals.
So many weapons on this offense, and we've seen them all season long score from any point on the field. But we all know playoff football comes down to playing smart. The game slows down, and it's harder to move it. So you've got to avoid penalties, avoid turnovers, and not let your emotions get the best of you.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Cameron Jordan is now one of those versatile defensive linemen that you can play all up and down the front. Whether he's playing tackle or end, he knows how to make plays.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Hey, Charlie, watch the screen. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Ready?
Here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football.
Hey, that's all day, baby. You're shot.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
On first down, Edmonds. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop.
That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down, Edmonds uses the stiff arm. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
94 is the mic. 94 is the mic. Go.
From the gun, it's Allen. Flushed out right. This one caught by Isabella. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team that wins.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Let's get a quick look at the Saints offense.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Ready? 60 on. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
90 Wolf. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run on 1st down. Quick. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Allen now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Back to the ground on 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now they'll throw with Allen. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check pass, check pass.
Allen now looks to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Cameron Jordan, his 2nd sack of the night.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for third. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Open man is Kirk, complete. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. 2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He's going to, well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. It's a big play there for the Saints. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now Kamara, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking to throw. Lowry. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Dan Arnold, but it's going to be second down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And he works free. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run with Edmonds. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they're...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Cameron Jordan bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. From midfield, here's Allen. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam.
Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now, this is good for a first down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Where is the pass?
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 33. On the ground, this is Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Ready?
They'll run. This is Kamara.
Oh, my.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lowry. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Lowry. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Look at that throw, man.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
You got to get the work.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Points on this board before the half.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly.
Check three, check three, check three.
The hell is this? No.
80 weapons. 56, check 56. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 56, let's go.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Bravo.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Murray with a nice move. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's had one of those games at any quarter. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Lutz's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
In full effect today, I see.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here we go. Say it with your chest. Not over, dog.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Not for nothing, man.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
56.
Here's Allen to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Allen now operating from the gun. Now he lets it go. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Boy.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Yeah, the Saints felt disrespected. You coming in here with this backup quarterback, you think you're going to beat us? Nah, there's no excuses, B. No.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Off play action. Lowry. He'll air it out deep for Thomas.
There we go.
And this is going to be intercepted.
There we go.
Picked by Deontay Thompson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
Hey. 4 down. Under crunch. Hey, check 24. Check.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We own them. Buzz. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I got you, pump, slam. Hatchet. He's dribbling.
Allen going to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Whoa.
And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, team 6.
Check Mike 47. Hey, come on, Out. 6.
And here's Allen. Going to throw again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
He got lit.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Whip. Watch the whip. Chance.
Shoot. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? But about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Latavius Murray getting set to go again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the 2nd quarter. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So, yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it.
Let's go defense.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake. Lowry. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Incomplete. The intended receiver was set to Valve, and now it's 3rd down. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Lowry got an open man. That's Campbell. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
The busy night continues for Kamara.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Pull it together.
Looking to throw. Lowry. And Thomas has it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Ready? 50, plant.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
60 outlaw. Check 3. And ready.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On third down, Lowry. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
The quarterback.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out.
Personal foul, roughing the
What is
passer,
this, Bounty Gate
defense.
Part 2? Come on, man. Why are you trying to take my quarterback out?
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Allen from the gun, he'll throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position, because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield, because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Check 50, check 50.
Now,
On 1st down, Allen. And that is incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, let's get them home.
hey, Zoo.
47.
Big grip.
Now Allen to throw. To throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. 3rd down here.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it, because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And he'll get it down this time to the to 17. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. First down, and they're going to throw without him. And the Saints' pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Check.
Now Allen to throw on 3rd down. That ball complete to Isabella. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11th.
Defense.
Take that.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps, a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to throw. Lowry, Campbell making the catch. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Good job.
Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
He'll field this at the 5. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run with Edmonds. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Right there, 56. I'm here all day.
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
61, matchbox lights. Ready.
On third down, they run with Edmonds. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
2nd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Kamara. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Here's 2nd and 8. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Oh, that is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints.
Yeah.
Traquan Smith there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receiver?
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
That foot wasn't down. He's out of bounds. That toe is out of bounds, man.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
After review,
it took them an extra look.
Oh, no, it wasn't. Great catch, man.
But they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
You got to catch that, bro.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And that will come the offense as they take over. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Ready.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Again, this is Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Allen will try again on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Jordan in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Ain't nobody cheering, man. Why are you trying to tell the crowd to be quiet?
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call.
Defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty.
Kill, 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 kill. Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Check 3.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. That's taken in by Callaway. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Off play action. Lowry. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. And the stats on his game, they really tell the story. A strong start. I don't know that the defense has really changed a whole lot as opposed to maybe just sticking to that game plan and shutting him down now.
I like where you're going with that because normally we talk about adjustments and drastic changes in a game plan in order to shut someone down. But in this case, maybe they're just sticking with what they worked on all week and they're just making better plays. And so far, they've got to like what they've been doing in the second half.
Allen now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's go, let's go. 25.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Onyemata in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Throwing on third and long. Allen, he's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Looking to erase a two-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Mike 47.
Allen going to go on fourth down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead will shrink to 6. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Unless he fumbled right here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
in this
And
franchise.
that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
We will not hold our head low. We will hold our heads high. We threw the ball way too much, couldn't get the run game going. 3 touchdowns and 1 interception after all the hits that he took. Hat goes off to Kyle Allen. Zach Lowry, great performance. Just a spectacular performance by him. Almost threw for 300 on us. The backbreaker is Mr. Kamara. 167 on the ground on 33 attempts. When was the last time have you seen the opponent run that many times on us or in the game, period? They were committed to the run game now. Edmonds didn't have it tonight. Blocking, offensive line had issues all night long. New Orleans was just a hungrier team. Hat goes up to him. We just got our tails beat at home. Kirk did all that he could. 8 catches, $134, 3 touchdowns. Isabella had 7 catches. Didn't have that breakout catch that he normally would have. But, defense, New Orleans defense played pretty good. But we're not going to talk about this. We gave up 7 sacks, dog. Yeah, we didn't get the turnovers when we needed them. Linebacker had 15 tackles, safety had 10. Other safety had 8. Cameron Jordan, hats off to him. 11th year in the league. This may be his last chance of getting a Super Bowl ring. This man played lights out, 6 sacks. Again, hats off to the New Orleans Saints, man. They were the better team tonight. That's all I got. Yeah, we're going to have to pay Kirk, too. Practice squad cats. Contract is extended. We don't get fired around these parts. Shots fired. You got to say? Oh, I'm coaching in the Pro Bowl. I'd rather be coaching in the Super Bowl, but okay, whatever. See, we made it to the Pro Bowl. Wow, Kyler Murray made it. Is that? I think that's our fullback. That's definitely our receiver. I think he led the league in receiving yards. Wow, Sterling Shepard. Okay. Okay, our guard made it. I don't know how our tackle made it. He's giving up that many sacks. But he is playing the premier defensive lineman in the league on a nightly basis, on a weekly basis, I should say. Clowney, Ford, Donald, Flowers, Jarrett, Buckner, Harrison. Woo. Mack, Smith, Kuechly. Reddick made it. Polite made it. Wow, both are okay. Murphy made it. And Thompson made it. Okay, we got quite a few. And our kicker made it. And the punter made it. Wow, okay. But again, I'd rather be playing in the Super Bowl. Whatever. Oh, now he's available to play. 1 week too short, man. It's all good, though. Well, let's see. Is it Grant Meadows is the MVP? Coach of the Year goes to yours truly. Oh. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Mr. Winston. And we had nobody on this list. Wow. Okay. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Jalen Thompson. Very good. Reddick comes in second. Meadows is your Offensive Rookie of the Year. Grayson comes in second. Will Bonds wins Defensive Player of the Year for the Lions. Best quarterback goes to Meadows. Murray came in fourth. Best running back goes to Kamara, and he showed it. Edmonds came in eighth. Isabella is the best receiver. Rookie came in fourth. O-lineman, okay, Dooney came in fifth. Cool. Defensive lineman, nobody on the list. Linebacker, Reddick. Polite comes in fifth. DB, we're all over this. 1 and 2. Thompson and Murphy. With Ford and the other Thompson down the back end. Best kicker. Man, it's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. First in offense, second in defense, and we do not make it to the Super Bowl. You say, oh, we didn't have our starting quarterback. Doesn't matter, man. We got to find a way to win, regardless. No excuses here, man. We just flat out got beat. But anyway, let's see who wins this Super Bowl. I don't care about the Pro Bowl. Why are you asking me about who's going to win it? I'm not playing in it. Come on, man. Odell Beckham legacy. Okay, we got a trophy. Ooh. 6'2" deep threat. Interesting. Route runner. Probably slow as hell. Sixth round, but you fourth round talent. We'll keep an eye on you, sir. He's a superstar now. Wow. No, I think he was already a superstar. Anyway. Oh, I had another one. Oh, he got hurt? Okay. All right. Super Bowl. And I'll do the off season in another video. Not doing that right now. I gotta take this loss and review the roster and all that good stuff. So
This is the last opportunity to re-sign your players or they'll become free agents.
Cleveland wins the Super Bowl 26-21. Cleveland scored 13 points in the fourth quarter to come back and win. Baker Mayfield, 341 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Sacked twice. Lowry, 330 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, sacked once. Nick Chubb, 14 carries for 63 yards. Alvin Kamara, 2 carries for 18. Did he get hurt? Okay. He had to get hurt. He only have no catches. Thomas, 7 catches for $102. Landry, 7 catches for 94 with a touchdown. Traquan Smith, 8 catches, 88 yards, 1 touchdown. Huh. Odell, were you hurt? It's crazy. Whenever your corner leads the team in tackles, that's a problem. Anyways. Oh, I can't franchise tag him? Oh, wait a minute. Do I want to pay this much? A $7 million salary with a $11.8 million signing bonus. The salary is great, but I like a better bonus and duration. You're 27. Salary is great, but I like a better bonus and duration. Oh, hell no. You, sir, is gone. 73 block. Yeah, it's good zone. We gotta keep Tanner around, man. Cool. Kyle Allen. For a decent backup, you don't want that much. Man, if you don't like that, then okay. Adios. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do it. You know what? I could probably get somebody better than that. You're just not interested. Get the hell on out of here then. The salary is great. Man, I don't know how I can justify. Yeah, I'll put him at 32. That's $19 million a year. But he's about to go back. He's a couple of points away from going up in XP. He's a 92. I'm not paying that. Salary's great.